More the use of the word hired gun that was also directed to the witness, my lord. I submit, my lord, the witness should be treated with courtesy, and such allegations cannot be made against the witness, my lord. There are other ways to show that the information is not, the witness is not correct, other than to make such allegations against the witness, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Mnisi.
Yes, Mr. You can disagree with the witness, my lord. And furthermore, my lord, the defense has also made a request that they will bring their own operator to assist them with beaming of the photographs, my lord. We accept that, and from now going forward, my lord, we request that they will use their own gadgets to do the demonstration without involving the state, my lord. I believe they do have laptops, they can do that. I'll lend them the HDMI cable to just beam it on the screen, my lord. Here's the call, please.
Submission by my colleague, my lord. The one relating to us bringing our own gadgets in order to demonstrate here at court. I think I've said it time and again, my lord, that this accused defense is financed by legal aid. And I've also indicated, my lord, that when the court said then we must bring our own gadgets, that we don't have them. However, that does not close the operational facilities here in court, because I indicated that there's an in-house technician at this court building. He has been here on a number of occasions to come and assist us. I suggested, my lord, that it's in the interest of justice that we request him to come and do experiments or to operate these gadgets as and when circumstances arise. However, that seemed to have fallen into deaf ears, but that has been my request for quite a while, my lord. But, well, the state then decided to proceed with the operating of the gadget, because my view was it becomes a little tedious for the state to concentrate on submissions that are done by the defense and at the same time operate the gadgets, my lord, let alone what happened on Friday here. But that has always been my view. When the state says that we had undertaken to bring our own gadgets, that's not entirely accurate, my lord. We never made an undertaking that we'll bring our own gadgets in order to operate what has been happening here at court. I would therefore request that the in-house technician be requested to come and assist as and when circumstances arise, my lord. Now, on the usage of the term hired gun, I don't know what are the bases that are, I don't know what are the bases that I should submit, should retract the using of the word hired gun. I don't know whether the hired gun is a demeaning word, whether the term hired gun is pejorative or it's insultive or it's uncouth or it's what, I don't know. But the last time that I checked, the word hired gun is used evenly throughout law reports. Law reports would not have been using this word if it is an uncouth, it's a language that is not compatible with court language, my lord. So I don't know what does the state have in mind when it's suggesting that I should retract that word. Hired gun, it's a way that is even, as I'm saying, used in law reports. So therefore, I don't see any problem in me putting it to a witness that he's a hired gun. I don't insult him. As to request for an adjournment, so that we request the in-house technician to come and assist us with the beaming of that photo there, because apparently the state decided in uncertain terms that they will no longer be assisting, because I want to deal now with Exhibit SD.
uyacela ke ummeli uthi inkosi enkantolo isilekeleleke ethi zethuleke umuntu osebenza la enkantolo ongasiza ke ethizeni wasikhanyisele imibukiso lona okhona ngala futhi nangethe umuntu ozosiza ethizeni asitshengise ke ithombe ngala ngoba thi uzothanda ubuza ke ithombe nemibukiso ekhona ke ngaphandle ko SD.
Dr. Sabanda, who is the in-house technician?
My lord, I do not know the name of the in-house technician. The one who works for the Department of Justice, the one that I know works for the NPA, and is the one who's been coming here to assist us. And then I think we are on the same boat. He cannot assist because he works for the NPA. So maybe the registrar can assist to get the in-house technician that works for the Department of Justice.
I think, my Lord, Advocate Sivande must not take it personal. There's nothing personal here. He can't say the guy that is working for NPA cannot assist because they are in the same boat. No, they are not in the same boat. The guy that works for NPA, he's not prosecuting. He's just a technician. He's an operator of gadgets. So if he's available, he can come and assist. But Mrs. Sivande must just avoid to take things personal. There's nothing personal here. So if that NPA gentleman is available, he can come and assist. If he's not available, then we'll have to arrange it with the chief registrar here at the court for somebody to come and assist, my lord.
As an officer of the court, my lord, to see this level of pettiness amongst counsel. I'm an attorney. I'm not an advocate. I come from magistrates' courts, regional courts before I entered the fray of the high courts, my lord. I've never seen pettiness like this. I've never seen something bordering on the unprofessional like this, my lord. I was taught as a law student, Law 101, back at VETS 1989, that as an attorney, you stay above your emotions. You represent your client, the state represents whoever, with the quorum to the court and professionalism amongst us. But what I see today, my lord, I'm baffled. I'm amazed. I can't hold myself. I'm sorry. I had to put that on record.
I think it will be prudent again to be noted that, I'm sorry, there are minutes that are rolling here, and I think I said the other time that each and every minute is important in the trial, my lord, owing to the fact that it's almost 2 years down the line. We have made some inroads. It is good. But however, we through emotionalizing things, there's a propensity that more time could be wasted, man. I think the time that is being used here to try and assist, because of the submission by the state that they will no longer be using the assisting the defense, it's a little bit odd, my lord. Thank you.
Please, my lord, just to remind the court what Mr. Mnisi said on Friday. He said it that he does not want the state to assist. They will bring their own operator. So what is being petty about that? He has not retracted that. He said he doesn't want the state to operate. I must be removed. That's what he said. So now I'm excusing myself from that. Now I'm being called petty and being emotional.
Thing. I would be said to be either a racist or whatever, or Paluka or Mohu, Bari, what. This is South Africa. And when I say that, I must go, he must go. So that's why I'm keeping quiet.
Still waiting. I just want to place on record what we found online, a Merriam-Webster dictionary, which defines what is a hired gun. It says an expert hired to do a specific and often ethically dubious job. That's correct, please.
Dubious.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, I don't know what is the relevance of this, my lord, but well, my colleague is referring to something else. I've said it's there in the law report. So I don't know whether what he's reading here is authority or what, but he said it's, I don't know, it comes from.
The case of S versus M, the judge was my brother, Davis.
Yes.
Who runs the
show.
show, yeah.
Yes.
It was a divorce case between rich people, and they were fighting over the custody of a child. How many weekends, how many holidays the child should spend with the mother and the father, and the mother who would travel overseas, etc., etc. So they called some experts to come and adjudicate the matter after interviewing the children. So Dennis Davis uses that word, hired gun, in that case. I think it's 1985. Have you found the citation,
As it please the court.
Doctor?
I'm no longer operating the gadget.
No, I'm talking about the case now.
Yes, but I can only find it when I'm using this.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. You know that citation, Mr. Ngamal?
I can check for it. I can check for it.
No, I say, do you know it?
No, I heard about it, but I
You
haven't.
heard about it? Okay.
Yes, I heard about it, my lord. Thank you.
There's a medical negligence case, my lord. It was a claim. I think it was decided by the full bench of the SCA. I think it's 2024 or 2023. The claim against the state was dismissed. The minority judgment was penned by the Honorable DJP of this court, Justice Lituaba. I can't remember the majority. It was, I can't remember the surname again, but that term hired gun has been used also in that, and that's an SCA judgment, a full bench for that matter. That term hired gun has also been used in that matter, my lord. Thank you.
Comes from America and Canada. I think the first judge, if I recall, who used this is Justice Sopinka, who was in the Quebec Appeal Court
Yes, my lord.
in Canada.
Yes. I need to be honest, my lord. I do not know the origin of the usage of the term hired gun.
But you know Sopinka.
Mr. Ramusipili says he.
Have you heard of Judge Sopinka?
I read a lot of Canadian law on Canley, my lord.
Hello?
I read of a lot of Canadian law on Canley.
You know what you're thinking. I say I can tell what you're thinking.
What is it?
You know and I know.
What is it, madam?
We both know. Hello?
It seems that they need an extra official who's going to
An extra?
an official who comes with a laptop who's going to assist with the projection. So Unfortunately, as the court, we're not in a position to provide that person. I'm already understaffed. So I don't have an official who I'm going to say I must now assign. So honestly speaking, it would be the responsibility of legal aid to ensure that they are fully equipped to proceed. So if they need to have a laptop and someone to come and do this, then it's best they do that. But we don't have, and we are generally not, it's not within our scope of work, so to speak. May I be excused?
Yeah, okay, fine. There's nothing I can say. Okay.
Thank you.
Awasinga kati akayiprinte ne waza.
Taken. How do you reconcile that with the fact that Mr. Mnube's hands in Exhibit SD, which is the photo wherein you identified a gold teeth, his hands are right in front of his chest?
Bathi manje ke manje nesithombe lesi sikhona la lesikhanyiso-ke uma ngabe ukhulumeke ngesithombe saka-selfie-ke bathi ngabe umnumzane uMncube uthathe kanjani isithombe saka-selfie-ke uma ngabe izandla zakhe zilaphakathi kuyena-ke nendawo la ngaphambili kuyena.
A phone can be timed. You time a phone, like I demonstrated on Friday. You time it. After a certain seconds, you take a picture.
Athi-ke umakhalekhukhwini-ke njengoba
Hear your explanation. Let's go a bit back. In terms of your evidence, you say what kind of a phone did Mr. Mncube use to take this photo?
konje uma sihlehlele emuva-ke uthize umnumzane uNcube wasebenzisa wuphi kumakhalekhukhwini ngesikhathi bekathatha isithombe lesi.
I never mentioned the type of a phone or the model of the phone.
Athi nakakaza akhulumeke ngocingo ukuthi ucingo olunjani-ke lalo noma mhlawumbe ucingo legama liphi-ke.
What did you say about the phone?
Bathi yini okhulumile mayelana nodaba lomakhalekhukhwini.
I've never mentioned the name and the make of the phone he took this picture with previously.
Athi esikhathini esindlule akakaze akhulumeke ngocingo olukhethekile ncamashi noma mayelana negama locingo lolu abalisebenzisile-ke ngesikhathi kade kubethubula-ke isithombe lesi-ke.
So, in view of your demonstration that you did on Friday, you cannot dispute that what you told, or in terms of your demonstration, and when you look at the photo where Mr. Mncube is having his hands in front of his chest, this could not have been a selfie unless you know the type of a phone that Mr. Mncube used, according to you, in taking this picture, not so?
Bathi mina nofakazi wakho ukhulumile ngako ukuthi-ke imali nesithombe lesikamnumzane uNcube esikhona la lesikhanyiso lesi-ke la ezakhe zikhona lapha yena ngaphambi la ngaphambi kena esifubeni-ke lapho lesifuba sakhe-ke bathi angeke ukhona ukusho ukuthi basebenzisa wuphi umakhalekhukhwini ngesikhathi uma ucingo luphi-ke ngesikhathi ethuka isithombe lesi ngaphandle ukuthi nokubukeke lapho-ke kwimininingwane egcwele-ke ukuthi ucingo luphi-ke lolo.
To say which phone, I cannot say what phone he used. But
Ekhizeni-ke uluphi-ke uhlobo locingo noma mhlawumbe umakhalekhukhwini wuphi-ke lona-ke athi ngekhe-ke asho ukuthi uluphi-ke ucingo.
okay. Sorry. Excuse me, I was pushing this to your side. Sorry to touch you.
Or are you done with your explanation? I'm saying to you, Mr. Warrant Officer Mabaso, that in view of your demonstration on how a selfie gets taken, demonstration that we saw on Friday, when you were holding your hand I mean, your phone with one hand and took a photo of yourself while the photo is in your hand. Now, we see on this photo, which is now depicted here at court, or flighted here at court, that Mr. Mncube is having both his hands on his chest, and they are visible, not so.
That's correct.
bathi mayelana nodaba kakhulume ngalo ngolwesihlanu wesonto elidluleke la kade sitshengisa khona-ke la kade ubambe khona kumakhalekhukhwini wakho ngesandla sesodwa-ke lapho-ke ngesikhathi bothwebula isithombe sakho-ke athi yebo kunjalo kepha umnumzane Mncube-ke lapho uma isithombe sakhe esikhona kule sikhangiso lesikena-ke zombili-ke izandla zakhe zilangaphambili kuyena esifubeni sakhe athi yebo kunjalo.
You can therefore not say that this was a selfie unless you know the type of a phone that Mr. Mncube used in taking this picture, not so.
Bathi ngeke usho ukuthi-ke lesi i-selfie-ke ngaphandle ukuthi-ke wazi ukuthi umnumzane noma uluphi-ke ucingo abalisebenzisa ngesikhathi kade bethatha isithombe lesi. Akusenjalo yini?
I'll say correct.
Athi yebo ngasho ukuthi kunjalo.
Thank you. Really more speculation, not so. Was it not your duty to specify with certainty in order to come assist the court that this picture was taken from this phone?
Bathi kade kuwukuthi umsebenzi wakho thizela kwenza isiqiniseko sokuthi ngabe mhlawumbe ke thombe lezi ziqhamuka kuluphi-ke ucingo-ke ekuthizeni ubuye ulekelele inkosi yenkantolo ngokujulile.
I'm not speculating. If you can go to my downloads from the memory card, it tells each, there are some pictures where it can give you the name of the phone that took that picture. Some they don't. That's why I'm always saying, when he took this picture, I cannot say he used a Samsung GT E2220 because on this picture, it doesn't tell me which device he used.
That some information from the original memory card. Now let's not confuse. Please don't be confused.
Yes.
I'm now talking about a memory card.
Memory card now.
Yes. You can say it again. I'm talking about what? A memory card. Ne. Thank you. Now you said this information that would not reflect on other gadgets when you download that information to these subservient gadgets from the memory card, not so. In other words, as you work to download the information from the memory stick, from the memory card that gets inserted into the phone, certain information along the way gets to be altered, not so, or it changes.
I cannot say it changes per se. As I download, because I'm also a downloader, even in this case, I was not the downloader. As I download and put it into my system to give me the information, once I convert it into PDF, it will reflect what I have downloaded. So the alteration, I don't know how, but personally I don't alter with any information from what I got from the download. If I'm correct, because I don't have my statement that tells me how did I get that, but if I'm correct, I received the information with the case number, the information of the downloads from the downloader's office, the downloaders, which is Sergeant Kosi, in a CD, which means it was in a CD, downloaded into a CD, no, into a DVD. I can't remember what I used, and then I started doing my work.
Athi lapho wathola ke ulwazi ngaphakathi kuma-downloaders office ke lapho ke usuthi lapho usajeni Nkosi ke lapho ke athi emuva kwalokho ke yena-ke kepha akanaso istatement futhi akanayo into ekhethile mhlawumbe ejulile noma iqondile-ke mayelana nodaba lwenkulumo yakhe athi kepha-ke wakuthola lokhu kungaphakathi mhlawumbe wakuthola kungaphakathi kwe-CD noma kungaphakathi kwe-DVD bese-ke ngemuva kwalokho-ke bese umsebenzi wakhe thize enze uqhathanisa-ke kulo msebenzi wakhe.
You see, Mr. Mabaso, your testimony with regard to exactly what you did there, when you were to prepare this exhibit S, the chain of events, they are very murky.
Yeah.
In other words, they are clouded. You don't know what actually you did, but let me help you. According to your statement, because at some stage you say you did not download the pictures, at some stage you downloaded from the memory card, but let me help you.
Okay. Thank you.
Out of respect. Thank you. You are saying in paragraph 5 of Exhibit F, which is your affidavit, that on the 17th of August 2020, at about 17 minutes past 11, you received a CD from the phone downloader's office with a computer folder marked Cleveland, case 96/2/2015, containing a phone download information. Do you follow?
That's correct. That's what I was trying to say. It's just that I don't have my statement in front of me.
Bathi-ke lapho ku-paragraph
That on the 2nd of September 2014, and it got modified on the 16th of July 2014. Do you still remember that?
I remember that.
bathi mana nolwazi-ke kade bekhuluma ngaloko ngesikhathi bebabuza kwimibuzo nethombe esikhona yangaphakathi kwemibukiso-ke noma ithombe lesikhangiso ukuthi basithuleke ngelanga lange-2 zakaSeptemba ngomnyaka 2014 bese lapho-ke futhi ilanga lesibili le-16 zakaJulayi ngomnyaka 2014 akusenjalo yini athi yebo kunjalo.
And then I also brought to your attention the fact that before the commencement of this trial, the defense team, yourself, and the state assembled at the office of the DPP, where you then prepared memory sticks for the defense of what you had in your system. Not so?
That's correct.
Bathi ngaphambi ukuthi icala lihlaleke phansi kwenkosi enkantolo mhlawumbe iqalela ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo sokuthi wena-ke fakazi thimba labameli-ke futhi thimba labashushisi sahlangana lapho-ke ngaphakathi kovisi abashushisi-ke lapho-ke futhi ngesikhathi esihlanganele khona-ke lapho-ke wena-ke wasinikeza kama-memory card-ke usitshela mayelana nolwazi kade unalo akusenjalo yini athi yebo kunjalo.
But before I could proceed with my further question in that aspect, then you jumped in and said, no, but there's some information that's going to be modified there. There's going to be some information which will no longer be the same as this and no longer. Do you still remember that?
I still remember that, my lord.
Yes.
Athi futhi ngesikhathi ede sihlanganele lapho-ke wena-ke ngaphambi ukuthi aqhubeka abuza imibuzo-ke lapho-ke wena ummeli-ke.
So the picture itself won't change, the image itself won't change.
Yes.
Kepha isithombe sona-ke ngokujulile angeke sishintshe.
We're still busy with information that changes.
Yes, I cannot tell exactly this one and this one and this one and this one unless you give me a memory stick, I put it in and then compare with the original data.
Athi cha lapho-ke yebo basoba kufunga ngodaba lolushintshayo kepha ade ngaphandle ukuthi ungangifaka i-memory stick lapho-ke isa-compare-ke nedatha ayitholile-ke lapho-ke athi kulawa ngamtshela khona-ke ummeli ukuthi lolu lwazi lushintshile alusafani nalolu kade likhona-ke kuqala.
Right, there you're not certain what information changes, not so, except
That's
for
correct.
the date on which the copying and paste was made.
That's correct.
Thank you.
bathi lapho kawunalo ulwazi
information changes, not so, except
that's
for
correct.
the date on which the copying and paste was made.
That's correct.
Thank you.
bathi lapho kawunalo ulwazi ukuthi iluphi ulwazi olushintshayo noma awunasiqiniseko ukuthi iluphi-ke ulwazi elivame ukuthi lushintsheke lapho ngaphandle ukuthi mhlawumbe lapho kwenza copy and paste usho ukuthi uthatha ngapha-ke bese unamathisela ngapha athi yebo kunjani.
Now, let's go to information. By the way, I'm asking all these questions on the background, on the backdrop of the fact that you are an analyst, not so. I take it you savvy. This information is on the tip of your hand. You see, that's what I had in mind when I'm asking you all these questions. But then, nonetheless, let's proceed. Let's now go to the information that will not change as the information gets transferred to other gadgets as in form of copies.
Also on that, my lord, I'm not certain unless we compare.
bathi asekulwazi lapho elivame ukuthi olungasoze lushintsheke lapho-ke athi nalapho akanaso isiqiniseko ngaphandle kokuthi-ke lapho-ke bamnika kumsebenzi yena enze uqhathanisa phakathi kwey'thombe mhlawumbe kolwazi lolo-ke.
Now, Mr. Mabaso, you're saying you've been attached to the POCC since 2013 as an analyst, not so?
That's correct.
Wayothize usebenza kulo msebenzi woba analyst kusuka waqala ukusebenza kulo msebenzi uqala ngomnyaka ka-2013 akusenjalo athi yebo kunjalo.
So that tells me that we have been in the unit that deals with this information that we're talking about since 2013, not so?
That's correct.
Athi manje lapho kumpha-ke isikhangiso sokuthi wena-ke usebenze kulo msebenzi loko okuwona-ke njengamanje-ke uqala ngomnyaka ka-2013 akusenjalo athi yebo kunjalo.
That's almost, up until today, that will almost be 12 years, not so?
You are correct.
bathi uqala-ke ka-2013 kuze kufike ngesikhathini samanje kusona-ke sothi-ke yona-ke iminyaka eyi12 athi yebo kunjalo.
And despite this so massive experience, 12 years it's like when a child starts school at grade 1 up to grade 12. That is almost 12 years, not so? And they complete standard 10 in our old, in the old system. Sub A, sub B, standard 1, 2, up to standard 10, not so? Child completes school, not so?
That's correct.
bathi akusenjalo ukuthi mhlawumbe le minyaka ke-12-ke iminyaka evame ukuthi ingane iyahambe yona-ke yesikhulumo esiyifunda-ke lapho-ke uma uqala phakathi emabangeni aphansi kuze kufike kumabanga aphezulu aphakeme athi yebo kunjalo.
Now, with that amount of experience, you're still not in a position to assist the court as to the dynamics that are involved in the industry that you are in. What information changes as copies are made, and what information does not change as copies are made.
bathi-ke nasesikhathini samanje sho ukuthi awukhoni ukuthi ulekelele inkosi yenkantolo mayelana nolwazi oluvame ukuthi lushintsheke lapho-ke uma ngabe lisenza amakhophi futhi mayelana nolwazi olungavamile ekuthizeni lushintsheke uma nenza amakhophi akusenjalo yini.
It's computerized, so for me to exaggerate, it won't help this court. I need to do it practically, compare and see. It's not to say I must know this can change, this cannot change. Our focus mainly is to analyze what is requested, not to check whether this change or whatever, or whatsoever.
athi-ke lapho-ke sothi le nto le ngaphakathi kwekhompyutha sothi bayijubule ngaphakathi kwekhompyutha-ke lapho-ke athi futhi umsebenzi wakhe kuwukuthi aqhathanise-ke uma ngabe sekasebenza ama-download-ke lapho-ke abuke ukuthi lapho-ke yiphi eshintshile noma yiphi engashintshile noma yini efana noma mhlawumbe engafani-ke lapho-ke kepha athi yena akakhoni ekuthizeni asebenze nekhompyutha ngesikhathi senze kuqhathanisa.
Are these changes which occur when copies are made not part of that analysis that you are called upon to do?
In this matter, it was requested from me to copy the pictures into the memory stick to provide everyone with it. As to what changes, what not change or whatever, I did not concentrate on that.
athi yena bamcida akakhophe-ke iy'thombe lezi kade qhamuka ngaphakathi
Is the date on which this photo was created. It is part of that information that you are saying. You can't say you don't know whether it changes or not. Not so.
That's correct.
bathi malana nelanga leli-ke ngabe mhlawumbe awunaso isiqiniseko ngokugcwele sokuthi lapho ilanga leli lashintsha malikaze lishintsheke noma lihamba naloko noshintsho oluvame ukuthi lube khona-ke uma ngabe senza amakhophi-ke athi yebo kunjalo.
Now, that being said, you can't therefore say that this information, as inscripted here, being the 2nd of September 2014, is the information that is in the downloads that you worked on, or is information that is original information that is also contained in the SIM card, the memory card, or the phone itself, not so.
bathi futhi akusenjalo ukuthi
I
ilanga
don't understand you clarify.
Okay,
That
but I'm
date-
asking if you understood it now.
Let me try to answer my advocate. So if
okay.
I'm not answering correct, please correct me.
Thank
The
you.
date that reflects there comes from the original data.
athi-ke ilanga elibhaliwe lapho eqhamuka ngaphakathi kwe-original data
Which is what?
iphi-ke
A memory card.
bathi-ke i-memory card.
So how certain are you with that, sir? Because you've just told this court that you don't know what information changes and what information does not change.
manje wathi isiqiniseko salokho-ke mnumzana unaso njani-ke lapho-ke ngoba ngesikhathi kade kubuzwa imibuzo ukuthi imibuzo ukuthi ngabe iluphi ulwazi olushintshayo noma iluphi ulwazi olungashintshi uthi zena awunaso isiqiniseko ukuthi awazi ukuthi yini eshintshayo noma yini engashintshi.
I'm certain, as I'm saying, it comes from the original data of the memory card, not from the copy of the original from the memory stick.
athi nakusho ngokugcwele futhi ngokugcwele futhi nangeqiniso ukuthi liqhamuka ngaphakathi-ke kwe-memory card futhi aliqhamuke ngaphakathi kwamakhophi abawakhipha-ke asuka kule memory card.
Thank you, sir. And you are saying that with certainty.
futhi usho lokho usho ngabe usho lokho ngokuyithemba futhi
That's correct.
athi yebo.
Thank you. Now, if you are certain that this information comes from the memory card, then the subsequent information that is contained in the copies should exactly be the same as this one, not so? Because you also worked on this information as we are receiving here. It's a copy from the original information, not so?
bathi-ke sothi lapho-ke ulwazi oqhamuka ngaphakathi kumakhophi kumele ukuthi nalufaneke futhi nalelanga leli-ke mhlawumbe ilanga leli elitshengisa ngale kuma-originals ngaba kusenjalo yini.
That date created, that reflects there, comes from the original data, as I'm certain from the memory card.
Yes,
It's original.
yes.
Why I'm saying it's original, it cannot be changed unless certain program is engaged.
Yes.
So I converted that information myself from the original data into a PDF as it is, because it comes logged
Yeah.
as it is into a workable PDF document. Yes, so I'm certain it hasn't changed.
athi-ke lapho unesiqiniseko
In a very elementary way, does the date of the creation of the photo change when you're making copies from the original information, or it does not change?
bathi asikwenzele okunjenje ngendlela elula manje sho ukuthi lapho ke ngabe ilanga leli ke le original data ngabe levame ukuthizeni lishintshe uma ngabe usenza ama copy noma alivamile ekuthizeni ke lishintshe.
It comes back to where I told the court I'm not certain which that does not change on a metadata.
Athi kuyakulombuzo wathi ubuzile ke la
When you see a photo with that information that says created, or the information on the metadata of that photo that says creation, what would that mean?
bathi uma ubona ke igama leli ababiza ukuthi creation ma created usho ilanga elenziwa ngalo ke lapho ke ngaphakathi kwe metadata ngabe lokho mhlawumbe kuvama wena ukuthathe njengokuthi inkulumo esho ukuthini ke leyo.
It may mean something, or that picture was done or taken.
Athi ngasho ukuthi mhlawumbe isithombe lesi ke sathathwa ke lapho ke.
It can also mean that picture, if it's copied into a memory stick like you have, it says it was copied on that day to a memory stick.
Athi futhi uma ngabe une memory stick lapho ke lokho kungavami noma kungaze kwenzeke ngoba
I've said I'm not certain as to which metadata changes
ngoba uthi zakanathi
as you copy.
athi ngoba eqaleni uthi zakanaso isiqiniseko ukuthi ngabe mhlambi ke iluphi ke ulwazi oluvama ukuthi ushintshe lapho uma ngabe umuntu usebenzisa ke khona ke imetadata.
Warrant Officer Mabasa, do you understand what is happening here? I am taking you through the metadata as it relates to this phone. I said to you, what do we mean by creation? You went on to give those possibilities, not so?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Now, when I say to you, take us through the process of transferring the photo into the memory card of the phone, then you are saying you don't refer to the owner of the phone, but you're referring to yourself. Do you hear yourself there?
I do hear myself very well. I'm talking about what I did as an analyst, not what the user has been doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Athi ke lapho ke uyazizwa ke futhi ke lapho futhi ukhuluma nje ngaye mathupha njenge analyst kepha kakhulu ke ngumuntu kade thatha isithombe lapho ke.
So are you then saying that you as an analyst transferred the information in relation about this picture from the phone into the memory card on the 2nd of September 2014?
Manje usho wena njenge analyst usho thatha ke ulwazi lo mhlambe isithombe lesiqhamuka ngaphakathi kwe cellphone usho makhala kukhwini kwasifaka ngaphakathi kwe memory stick ngelanga la nge2 zaka September ngomnyaka 2014.
If I'm working on that picture and I have to transfer it into a memory stick on that date, it will reflect, if possible, because we are talking about the possibility, as I'm not certain where does it change, the metadata change as you copy. So it will reflect the same date. If it's the same date that I'm doing my analysis and the transfer on.
Athi ke lapho ke asithi
Now you say when the request for Mr. Mnube's dental analysis was made, you were here at court, ne?
I was present in
Yes.
manje uthizeke ngesikhathi lesi njengoba besenza isicelo sokuthi umnumzana uMncube ke ahamba ahlangana nodokotela ke wamazinyo ke kade ukhona le nkantolo athi yebo ngisho njalo uthathe ngikhona le nkantolo.
Yes. Indeed, he was taken, and the report came back.
athi yewona ngempela wathathwa wamikiswa ke lapho ke futhi ucwaningo mhlawumbe ireport ke ikhona.
Yeah, the gist of the report is as follows.
Athi inkulumo ebhaliwe kule report lena ke ilelandelayo.
Now, much against your layman's observation, I hope you won't take offense when I say your layman's observation, not so, that he had a golden teeth on his left upper jaw, which teeth appears to be teeth number 2 from where the mouth begins. This is what the experts who are knowledgeable in dental formula and determination on whether or not a person had ever had a golden tooth are saying.
Athi ke lapho ke malana nenkulumo eqhamuka ke kudokotela ke wamazinyo usichwepheshe ke wamazinyo ke ukuthi unomzana uNcube ngabe sele wanalo ngempela izinyo legolide noma akaza kabe nalo ke lapho ke athi yebo ke inkulumo kadokotela ukuthi yena sele waba nalo ke izinyo legolide ke futhi athi kade lana ke yena ngaphezulu ke sikade kwizinyo lesibili ke kumazinyo kala ngaphezulu ke uma ngabe usiya la xa khona ke umlomo wakhe ke.
This is what the expert's conclusion is.
Athi futhi ke lena ke indlela ke uchwepheshe yaqedele ngayo ke.
He says in conclusion, the right upper canine is questionable for abrasion or marginal preparation. The right upper canine is questionable for abrasion or marginal preparation. That means they could see something on the right upper canine. Canine reason you'll find it means there's marginal preparation. It means maybe something happened to it. Or we don't know what. However, no gold inlay is currently visible in the mouth. In other words, they are saying they cannot see that, or he cannot see that there was ever a golden insert in Mr. Mnube's mouth.
That's not what the report says. Currently and ever, two different concepts.
Yes. Thank you. I am saying the doctor says cannot see evidence of the fact that there's a golden inlay in Mr. Mnube's mouth.
Athi ke yatshela ke uthi inkulumo kadokotela ke kade esenza ke lapho ukuhlola noma inhlolo zokuhlola phakathi kwamazinyo kaMnumzana uNcube ke ukuthi ke esikhathini samanje ke lapho ke akutshengakali njengokuthi uMnumzana usele waba nalo izinyo legolide uthi la kena kumazinyo khona ala ngasenhla kumazinyo khona la ngaphezulu kena ke kumazinyo wakhe kuma ngabe phelile wonkana leli sibili ulaqa khona komlomo uma kusiyala ngalana ke eceleni ngalana left ke esandleni sokudla ke ilelo indawo kade ukukhuluma ngayo kade khona izinyo legolide noma kade ngekho ke futhi.
Do you have any comment?
My comment will be, on my observation, I saw God.
That time it says full. It says equipment make, that's a Samsung, and then equipment model It's a Samsung GT C3222. You see that?
I can see that.
Bathi-ke lapho-ke bakhona la kubhalwe khona-ke ukuthi-ke meter no full format bathi GPEG bese ngenzansi kwakhona bathi meter data bese kuma-bracket full ngokugcwele-ke lapho-ke bathi equipment make bathi Samsung lapho-ke bese bathi lapho-ke equip model bathi Samsung GT dash C3222. Yakubona yini athi yebo ngiyakubona.
Would that then be, in your opinion, the device that captured this photo?
Bathi ngokubona kwakho-ke ngabe mhlambe-ke le device yona-ke ithwebule isithombe lesi noma akusiyona.
That's correct.
Athi yebo kuyiqiniso.
And if we go to page 5 of the same exhibit,
Bathi uma siya kukhasi lesihlanu-ke lale mibukiso
the last photo,
isithombe sokugcina
also under, it says compression 6, under that, it says equipment make a Samsung, the equipment model, it's a GT-C3222. You see that?
bathi yakubona lapha babhale khona-ke ngenzansi ukuthi lapho file format bazothi GPEG bese ngenzansi bathi meter data bese bathi brackets full bese bathi lapho-ke khona-ke ngenzansi kwe-compression babhale compression 6 ngenzansi kwakhona-ke bathi equipment maker bathi Samsung lo indlela noma igama le-cellphone noma umakhalekhukhwini bathi Samsung bathi equipment model i-Samsung iphi-ke lapho-ke bathi it's GT-C322. Yakubona yini lokho?
Yes, I can see.
Athi yebo ngiyayibona.
Now, in summing this point, we see that these photos that are in Exhibit Y, not all of them, but the ones that I've referred you to, they were captured using a Samsung phone that is different from the phone of Mr. Ngube, which is a Samsung GT-E 2220. You see that?
Yes, I can see it.
Bathi yakubona yini ukuthi-ke indlela noma-ke umakhalekhukhwini othathe ethubule-ke iy'thombe lezi-ke wahlukile kumakhalekhukhwini lokade Nqube athole iy'thombe zakhe-ke ngawo-ke ngoba lo kade ku-GTE 3220 ngabe yakubona yini lokho athi yebo ngiyakubona.
Okay, now let me come to the essence of my cross-examination, and it don't involve the merits as it pertains to Mr. Ngube, because I don't represent him. I'm only asking you questions for clarification purposes, right?
I understood.
Athi buza kimibuzo kepha ngeke babuza kimibuzo ehambisana nodaba kaMnumzane Ngube ngoba yena akathumela akamele kaMnumzane Ngube kepha-ke ufuna kunala adinga khona ingcazelo ngokugcwele noma ngokukhethekile eqhamukeni kufakazi lokho kade ubulethile.
Now, on called experts, or are you called analysts?
Analysts.
Bathi ngabe nibizwa ke ukuthi ngama-experts noma nama-analyst athi ufakazi asibiza ukuthi singama-analyst.
You know the reason why, and the background is this. I once challenged Colonel Stein to say, you are an analyst. I wouldn't say a mere analyst. You are an analyst, you are not an expert. And do you know what the court said? The court said, he's an expert. Am I going to bring my own expert? So that's why I wanted to know whether in your field you are called analysts or experts.
We are analysts.
Athi-ke sathi ukuthi akubuza ukuthi ngabe uyi-analyst noma ngabe uyi-expert ukuthi ngesikhathi athi khona ufakazi lana uColonel Steyn athi wona wambuza imibuzo ukuthi ngabe mhlawumbi lapho yena kade abize nje ukuthi i-analyst-ke lapho-ke kepha athi inkosi yenkantolo-ke cha yona-ke analyst kepha-ke expert esho ukuthi uchwepheshe-ke lapho-ke bese babuza ngabe mhlawumbi ubizo wakho uchwepheshe yini bese athi ummeli cha.
Now I'm concluding now my cross-examination. I said I'm asking only clarification questions. Now let's conclude with these photographs that were just captured minutes ago in court. And you remember why?
Have you ever heard yourself of a child who is born with a golden tooth or a molten tooth? I know a child when it's born doesn't have teeth, and thereafter it acquires teeth. Have you ever heard of a phenomenon like that?
Those when they come out, they come in a
meaning
French
metal. The anatomy of a human being.
I've never heard it.
Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you now. I've never heard it in my life.
Ati buza ke inkosi enkathe ukuthi ngabe mhlawumbe unalo yini ulwazi noma mhlawumbe selakuthola yini ukuthi ingane ke lapho ke bayibesha sele ke inawo kamazinyo kuyona ke kepha ke le gold kuyona ke cha akaze ahlangana nalokho.
Right. Have you ever heard of a person having encrusted teeth? For cosmetic reasons, women, men, they put whatever on their teeth. Have you ever seen or heard?
I've seen and heard about it, yes.
Bathi sele wezwa ke yini mana nodaba labantu ke lapho ke sithi abantu besilisa noma besimame ke lapho ke abasebenza khona ke izinto lezi bafake emazinyo nabo nje ukuthi mhlawumbe ke izinto engathi mhlawumbe as a cosmetic ke sithi amagolide enyana thi yebo sele ngakuzwa lokho.
And have you ever heard of a person who sustains either a broken tooth or a tooth with a hole?
Yes, I've heard and seen
Bathi ngabe ukubona yini mayelana nabantu
such people.
abakhipha amazinyo ke mhlawumbe asela amazinyo ke egamukile besahlala salapho ke enombhobo uvulekile kuyena ke athi yebo sele ngakuzwa lokho futhi sele ngakubona.
And have you ever heard a person going to a dentist to inlay either a molten metal or even gold in a tooth which has a hole? Or you just take it out? I know we are poor.
Yeah.
When you have a hole in the tooth, you just take it out.
Oh, what I know with regard to that is when you have a hole, you can go to a dentist, like I did myself, and they patched that hole. They put something just to cover that hole.
So you have an inlaid stoppage on your tooth, as you are now?
Yes.
Can I see it?
It's invisible, but I can open
Okay,
my...
no, just... And you say you went to a dentist?
Yes, I
Because
did.
you had a hole?
Yes.
Right? And he implanted or inlaid?
They cleaned my tooth with whatever, very cold stuff.
Yeah.
Then after they put something like, I don't know whether I will say it's like a tooth paste. And then after they grinded it.
Yeah.
Bathi ngabe sele wakuzwa yini mayelana nomuntu ukuthi mhlawumbe uma ngabe nombhobo ke ngaphakathi kuzinyo lakhe besahamba kolibhesha ke ukuthi afake izinyo legolide ke lapho ke athi cha kepha ke nake mana nayo ufakazi athi yena kade enombhobo ngaphakathi kuzinyo lakhe bese wahamba ku dentist ke lapho ke futhi udokotela ke wamazinyo ke ngesikhathi wafika lapho ke athi khona ke into abayenza la kena ke qala bamgeza kamazinyo ke ngemuva kwalokho ke bese bamfaka ke lokuzana enye bandayo ngesikhathi athi bemfaka lelo kuzana bandayo leyo ke kade bephesha ke lapho ke izinyo lakhe leli kade ligamukile lenombhobo kulona.
Yeah, in the townships, if you don't know about it, you can say you don't know. Have you ever seen persons who have teeth, as I say, encrusted with gold? Like the guys who sing, for instance.
Yes, I do come across such people. They put everywhere on their teeth. The whole front teeth, yes, you can visibly see teeth.
Yeah,
I
but the
have
point I'm
even
trying to
one
make-
of my colleagues, he has such.
Hello?
One of my colleagues,
Oh.
he has those gold also.
He's a policeman.
Yes,
And he's got what? Golden incrustation
yes.
for fashion.
For fashion and we are organized crime. You can see me. It's not allowed in the police, but look how I look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bathi ngabe sohlekana naye umuntu yini ke mhlawumbe sithi lapho ke kwindawo ehlala kuzona ke emalokishini futhi uthi mhlawumbe fake ke amagolide ke kumazinyo wakhe ke wonkana athi yebo ukhona sele ukuhlangana nabantu abanjalo ke esikhathini esiningi futhi ukhona futhi omunye oza kwabo asebenza la ngaphansi uzesiphoyisa ke naye thuna lamazinyo ogolide ke amaningi ke yena ke wathi manje kungani kunalodaba lolo ke athi basebenza ngamacala akhe anobungozi kakhulu kepha abavumile ukuthi bakwenze lokho ke kepha naye ke ukwenzile ngokuthi unayo nentshitshana lakhe yena ke.
Okay. Yeah, but basic anatomy, as an adult, you know that it consists of tissues, bone, muscles,
That's correct.
hairs. But you have never, if you have seen that, you must not agree with me, but you have never seen a guy who has an anatomical feature which he is born with, consisting of metal.
I've never seen that. That's correct.
Okay, any questions arising?